Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. As you can see right here we have loads of NOCTUA products and we're going to discuss some new cool products that they have announced recently. Basically we have inlet side spacers and we have anti-vibration gaskets for the fans. Now I will go through each of those separately because we have loads of different possibilities when we're talking about inlet side spacers for individual fans and of course the gaskets as well, so you get more insights basically what they do and how they are applied or how they are attached to the fans and to the chassis, and altogether how they function and what are the pros by using these with your fans. So let's go with the first ones. We have the NOCTUA NFA14 PWM chromax.black swap fans, and with that ones we have the NOCTUA NA-IS1 14 chromax.black SX2. These are inlet side spacers for these fans particularly, so 140 x 25 millimeters. And what you get inside the box are these inlet spacers. Well, the name says it all. So you get two of these which are attached to the fan, and let's start with the standard design. So they all have 4 anti-vibration pads on each corner, and what you get inside the box is you get longer screws which are dedicated for mounting the fans directly to the case. So you get 8 of those, logical since you have 2 of these inlet spacers. You get 8 of those NA-SAVG2 anti-vibration mounts, and you get 2 × 8 longer screws for radiator mountings. One set of 8s are M3 and the other ones are UNC. So what is basically here the thing? So here we have the NOCTUA NFA14 PWM chromax.black swap, which comes with, of course, those rubber pads in different colors which you can choose from, and they're all in the box. But here we have the NA-IS1 14, which goes right on top. So you don't basically use those rubber mountings, because I think if you place them on, you might get some additional distance which will most likely collide with the screws that you get. And basically this is what we have. So you have additional distance and let's say some sort of a additional tunnel for the propellers. So with the NA-IS1 intake side spacer are basically designed for suction or pull type application, where the fans basically draw air through obstacles such as perforated plates, mesh panels, filters, grills or radiators. Now by distancing the fan from that obstacle, the NA-IS1 can significantly reduce influx turbulences and thereby help to improve both acoustic and performance, which is always, of course, appreciated. Now the offset is 5 millimeters between the fan and the obstacle, and this, as already stated, can reduce influx turbulences significantly, which basically not only does it improve acoustics, but it also helps the fan to operate more efficiently because the fan blades are less hampered by turbulence. This will enable the fans to achieve higher flow rates and lower noise emission at the same time. Now what NOCTUA tested with perforated panel, for instance, with typical circular hole pattern, they tested 140 and 120 millimeter fans, which in average reduction in noise level is around 2 decibels, while the average increase in flow rate is around 4.4 cubic meters per hour. Now you do have to take into consideration that results may vary between different fan models, of course, because we have loads of them right here, and different applications, so it depends on the obstacle. So is it perforated steel, is it a mesh panel, is it grills, filters or radiators? So these ones are compatible with all NOCTUA 140 x 25 mm fans, and they replace the stock NI-AVP1 anti-vibration pads. So basically this is something that will give you less noise in your chassis, in your case, and will give you more airflow without a doubt, because it kind of takes off. I mean, you can basically place it on each side, so it's quite easy. And for instance, you're placing this 140 at the back, you place the inlet side spacer at the back, and for instance you're placing it on the rear side of the chassis. You use these long screws that go usually on the case for mounting the fans, and that's basically it. That's all there is to it. You, after all, have to connect the PWM header and we're done. This way, it reduces, as already stated a couple of times, decibel noise and of course increases the airflow. Now what we also have here are NA-SAVG2 12. These are designed for the A1225 PWM chromax.black swap, since these are black ones. And of course we have the same ones in standard Noctua colors. So you can basically do whatever you wish. The distance between the fans and the obstacle is 5 millimeters, so you do need to take that into consideration while building and using the inlet spacers. So in those terms, we get possibility to mount the inlet spacers on chromax.black swap, and of course you get standard color one, the standard Noctua color for their, again, NFA14 and NF12, which give the distance from the obstacle. And finally, we have these rubber anti-vibration gaskets, which go by the name NA-SAVG2. Now, these are designed for mounting the fans on the radiators, and what they do is they prevent minute vibrations and they reduce air loss between the fan and the radiator. Now, these are made out of extra soft yet highly tear-proof silicone rubber. Basically, it's not only rubber, it's silicone rubber. And they're ideal accessory for performance enthusiasts who want to squeeze out those extra few percent out of their cooling efficiency. Basically, what you get here are the inlet side spacers, which, as already stated, give those extra 5 millimeters of distance from the obstacle, which will create lower decibel noise and higher airflow, just because the blades and the fan aren't directly in, well, they're never directly in contact with the obstacles, but they're really close, and that kind of creates certain turbulence. While we take into consideration these anti-vibration gaskets, they're more designed to be used and mounted on the fans while using them on the radiators to prevent any air loss. So these kind of features, these kind of products give us additional performance boosts in certain percentages, which, if you're really an enthusiast that want to squeeze all the percentage out and use them for their maximum cooling efficiency, this is most likely the cool way to go. And I'm not saying a cool way because they additionally cool, but Noctua is always developing some new stuff and researching new ways to get maximum out of their fans. And with these, I would say, accessories, because they are addition to the fans, which kind of make them perform even better. Now, making the fans thicker by 5 millimeters and adding the distance to the fans might not be suitable for everyone, or placing the silicone rubber directly on the fans before even placing them is something that not all of you will want, and not all of you will have the opportunity in terms of case space. But this way, for those of you who are more enthusiastic into cooling and really want to squeeze out all the performance that they can get from each fan, this is the way to go, and this is something that is really cool. Of course, this was just an overview, and getting the results that I could is something that unfortunately I still don't have proper equipment that could measure the airflow and that could measure a proper decibel noise, because after all, the space that I'm working currently inside does create loads of echo, and measuring decibel level of each fan would be quite a challenge. But all in all, I really love how Noctua is constantly developing new products and accessories in terms of getting more efficient cooling from their fans, and of course eventually their CPU tower coolers, but currently we're talking about the fans. And this is something that will definitely attract some of you guys to, I don't know, maybe go with the inlet side spacers just to get less decibel noise or eventually more airflow, or you just want to prevent the air loss between the fans and the radiator. Guys, I'll place the links below in the description for all of these, so you can check out everything that you need to know in addition to that. And of course, separately for each fan, which inlet side spacers go for, I don't know, chromax.black, or for the NF-P14S Redux, or the NFA14, or the NF-F12. So yeah, that's quite a long list of fans. So I'll put everything in the description carefully so you can choose what you need and what you want for your accessory, in addition to lowering the decibel noise and getting more efficient cooling. Guys, thank you for watching today's video. Hope you got some more insights on everything that I have here on the table, even though here it's total mess, but in those additional B-rolls you can actually see how they are used and applied. That's it. If you liked the video and if this is something that helped you out, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to click the notification bell, and hopefully guys I will see you very soon in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.